The following is a production of the Averett Sports Network.
Good morning, Cougar Nation, and welcome to live baseball here on the Averett Sports Network. It's a cloudy and cool day here at Owen Fulton Field as Averett and Maryville College play a doubleheader today, games 2 and 3 of this 3-game series. I'm Drew Wilson, Sports Information Director at Averett, bringing you today's game. And we've got a good one here for you as Cougars look to even the series after dropping the first game yesterday to the Scots 7-3. Cougars just really struggled to get some offense going other than the 1 3-run inning. They didn't play poorly, but Maryville able to just get some key hits at the right time. We'll get to the starting lineups here in just a second. Maryville's lineup very much the same as it was yesterday. In fact, identical other than the pitcher.
Leading off for the Scots, number 36, Andrew Henry.
So Andrew Henry will lead things off for Maryville. Henry playing second base. First pitch from Cody Johnson in there for strike one. Johnson, the left-hander, getting the start today for the Cougars in game one, and breaking ball in there for strike two. Johnson 2-2 on the season. Lefty out of Smithfield, North Carolina. 0-2 pitch to Henry, and misses outside for ball one. Maryville lineup, Andrew Henry at second base, Logan Hayes at third base, Bryce Radaha in left field, Johnny Carpenter in right field, Alden Wright is the DH, Drew Johnson at first base, Derek Hurt in center field as the 1-2 pitch misses outside. Evan Ezell behind the plate, Patrick Messenger at shortstop, and getting the start on the mound today for Maryville will be Evan Hefner. Pitch fouled away by Henry, so 2-2 still the count. Defensively for your Cougars, you have Cody Johnson on the mound, Trey Wall behind the plate, and the infield, Chase McKinney at third base. Chip Granderson getting the start at shortstop today, Hunter Ashworth at second, and Bradley Tickle at first base. This ball hit out into right field. Adam George there to make the catch for out number one. George in right field, Dallas Smithers in center field, and A.J. Hart over in left field defensively for the Cougars. Matt Tuggle is the DH today, so he's not in the field, but in the lineup. So with one out, that'll bring up Logan Hayes. Hayes, sophomore out of Jefferson City, Tennessee. First pitch, high from Johnson. Kind of a gloomy day here at Owen Fulton Field. The clouds have covered everything up, so kind of makes it feel a lot colder than it really is. 1-0 pitch from Johnson, and the breaking ball misses outside. Wind not as bad as it was yesterday. Yesterday it was over 20 miles an hour consistently. Today, a good gentle breeze going on as Johnson tries to paint the outside corner and misses, so 3-0 the count. This doubleheader was scheduled to start at noon, but they bumped it up to 11:30. Trying to make sure they get everything in, and that one is across for the first strike, so 3-1 the count to Hayes. Cougars wearing their all-white uniforms again today. Maryville in the black tops with gray pants and maroon stirrups. And a good breaking ball in there for strike two to make the count full. Johnson looks in, payoff pitch, and inside corner for strike three. So Cody Johnson going about business well here in this first inning. And with 2 outs, that'll bring up the left fielder, Bryce Radaha.
Coming to the plate for the Scots, left fielder Bryce Radaha.
Daha having a solid season for the Scots. One of the top hitters in the league. And he crushes this one into right field. It'll drop in for a single right in front of Adam George. So that puts the first runner aboard today as Radaha keeps it going. And with 2 outs and 1 on, that'll bring up Johnny Carpenter.
Now batting, right fielder John Carpenter.
Maryville comes into this game with a 9-8 overall record. They are 5-2 in the USA South after yesterday's win over the Cougars. Averett 4-13 on the season, 0-4 in the USA South as that first pitch misses outside for ball 1. Cougars record a little misleading. They've had some really decent performances, just one bad inning kind of derails them in a couple of those losses. And breaking ball misses inside, so 2-0 the count to Carpenter. Good lead by Radaha at first. That ball in the dirt, and Radaha will take off after that ball bounced right in front of Trey Wall, so he'll advance on the wild pitch. So 3-0 the count to Carpenter. We'll see if they go after him or maybe go ahead and put him on. And that one right down the middle, so 3-1 the count. Three-one pitch, and that one just missed low. Cougars really wanted that one. I think Carpenter was even unsure if that was going to be a called strike or not. But either way, ends up being ball 4. So 2 on and 2 out now for Alden Wright, the DH. Johnson, the senior lefty, looks in. First pitch in there for strike 1. Johnson on the season. This is his 5th start, 8 appearance overall. Has 1 complete game shutout. That was in the win against Hampton Sydney last week. And swung on a miss for strike 2. Johnson pitched 29 and 2/3 innings coming into today, 6.37 earned run average. O2 pitch fouled back to the backstop as Wright stays alive. Pitch popped up in foul territory over by first base. Tickle ranging over, and he will make the catch for the 3rd out. And that'll do it for the Scots in the top of the first inning. They're scoreless, although they do get 1 hit and 1 walk. We'll go to the bottom of the first when we come back. You're watching Averett Baseball on the Averett Sports Network. And we're back here for the start of the bottom of the first inning. Still scoreless here from Owen Fulton Field. And Chase McKinney steps in for the Cougars. Lead things off, looks at ball one outside on the fastball by Evan Hefner. Hefner 2-1 on the season coming into today. And the lefty's pitch is put into play over to shortstop. Slow roller, bouncing throw by the shortstop Messenger, but in time to get McKinney for out number one. So that'll bring up Dallas Smithers. Junior steps in. Fastball misses high for ball one. Smithers on the year, batting .222. That one misses as well, so 2-0 the count. Fastball misses high again. So 3-0 the count to Smithers. That fastball catches the inside corner, so that'll make the count 3-1. Hefner on the year, this is his sixth start. He is 2-1 on the season with one complete game. Has 23 Ks in 28 2/3 innings. And he will walk Smithers there to put a runner aboard here with one out. For Smithers, that's his fourth walk of the season. And that'll bring up Hunter Ashworth.
For Averett, number 5, Hunter Ashworth.
Ashworth, a senior from Danville, local product out of Tunstall High School. Been a mainstay in the Cougars lineup, mostly at second base during his 4 years. First pitch in there for strike one. Smithers, decent lead over first base. Fastball chopped over to third. And third baseman Logan Hayes with the easy throw over to first base for out number two. We'll let Smithers get down to second base for Bradley Tickle, who comes to the plate.
Now batting for the Cougars, first baseman Bradley Tickle.
Tickle batting .306 on the season. Right now, that leads the Cougars. And that pitch in there for strike one. Averett really struggling offensively this year. I think some of that's due to their youth. Some of just guys in a little bit of a slump. Tickle, the only person on the team batting over 300 right now coming into today's game. 0-1 pitch, going to be hit over to the right side. And good job by the pitcher, Hefner, to cover on the play as he gets the toss from Drew Johnson for out number three. So both teams getting runners aboard but unable to do anything with them. And we're still scoreless as we go to the second inning. You're watching Averett Baseball on the Averett Sports Network. And we go to the top of the second inning here. Still scoreless from Owen Field. Maryville at the plate. And leading things off will be Drew Johnson. Pitch on the way, and good breaking ball. Good looping action there from Johnson in there for strike one. Oh, 1 pitch. Then misses low and outside. That'll even the count. Johnson batting .250 on the year. This one put into play, right back to Johnson. He's going to call everybody off and make the catch just to the side of the mound for out number one. That'll bring up Derek Hurt, the center fielder.
Coming to the plate for the Scots, center fielder, Derek Hurt.
And Cody Johnson's first pitch to Hurt misses outside for ball one. Hurt also batting .250 on the season. Has 14 hits. Ranks among the leaders for the Scots. He looks at strike one, though. Hurt 4 doubles, 1 triple, 2 home runs, and 8 RBIs on the season. And swings and misses at that one. So 1-2 the count. Evan Ezel due up next for the Scots. 1-2 pitch, and good looping breaking ball for strike 3 as Johnson gets him to chase. So 2 quick outs, and that'll bring up Ezel.
Coming to the plate for the Scots, catcher, Evan Ezel.
Ezel batting .205 coming into today. Offering from Johnson in the dirt for ball one. One-0 pitch in the dirt as well, so 2-0 the count to Ezel. Another pitch low and inside, so 3-0 the count to Ezel. Johnson will step off the mound and regather himself. 3-0 pitch in the dirt, and that one goes wild. Ezel hustling down to first base. He'll make the turn, but he will stay. So Johnson upset of himself. Looked like he just kind of tried to overthrow that ball. Sometimes when you're a pitcher, you put so much pressure on yourself. You want to try to get it in there, and you just overthrow it, and that's when you start missing your locations. Looked like what Johnson did there. That'll bring up Patrick Messenger, batting in the 9 spot today. Messenger right on top of the plate. Time called. Runner aboard here with 2 outs in the top of the second inning. Breaking ball in there for strike 1. Should Messenger reach, that'll bring the top of the lineup to the plate for the Scots. Pitch fouled out of play. Just over the backstop. decent crowd filtering into Owen Fulton Field today on this chilly Saturday morning. Good number of Averett fans here and a decent amount of Maryville fans here as well making the trip. 0-2 pitch, and this one put out of play as well over to the right side. The 0-2 count, pitch on the way, and this one sent out to shallow center field. That might be trouble. And a great catch by the second baseman, Hunter Ashworth, ranging out to center field. Doing a little over-the-shoulder diving action for out number 3. So that saves a hit. And the Cougars keep it scoreless as we go to the bottom of the second inning. We come back on the Averett Sports Network. Welcome back to the Averett Sports Network. We go to the bottom of the second inning. Matt Tuggle steps in for the Cougars. First pitch from Hefner, fastball outside for ball 1. Tuggle hits this one out to second base. Takes some funny hops, but easy play for Andrew Henry for out number 1. So that'll bring up A.J. Hart, sophomore, batting .246 on the season. Got off to a torrid start the opening couple weeks of the year. Was batting over 500 and then over 400 for a while. Cooled off a little bit as he looks at strike 1. Inside pitch misses. Hart with 9 RBIs, 4 doubles, has 14 hits, which is second on the team to Tickle. And swung on a miss for strike 2, so 1-2 the count to Hart. After Hart, Trey Wall due up next for Averett. Hefner, step off. Lefty looks in. 1-2 pitch on the way, and fastball misses high and outside. That'll even the count. Two pitch to Hart, and swung on a miss for strike 3. So with 2 outs, that'll bring up the senior catcher, Trey Wall. Wall having a tough season at the plate there in his final year as a Cougar. As he looks at ball 1. Has 5 hits and 2 RBIs, 1 double. And fastball across for strike 1. One pitch, and this one put out into right center field. That could be trouble, but a good job by the right fielder, Johnny Carpenter, to get over there in the gap and make the catch for out number 3. So the Cougars go down 1-2-3 in the bottom of the second. We're still scoreless as we go to the third. You're watching Averett Baseball on the Averett Sports Network. And we go to the top of the third inning. Scott's back to the top of the lineup with Andrew Henry. And Henry drops down a bunt, but it's right back to the pitcher. Johnson unable to field it cleanly. Looked like he slipped on the grass. See what they ruled at. I would think it's probably a hit. Just a tough play.
Coming to the plate for the Scots, third baseman Logan Hayes.
So runner aboard for Logan Hayes, who steps in. And Hayes drops down a bunt. Johnson will field this one. Quick throw to first, and they get Hayes in time by about a half step. And the sacrifice bunt will move Henry over to second base for Radaha.
Now batting left fielder Bryce Radaha.
Radaha coming into the game, batting .306 with 5 home runs, 17 RBIs. Lefty versus lefty matchup, and fastball fouled back to the net.
It's great to me though how those competitions go up and down because they're so famous.
0-1 count to Bryce Radaha. Breaking ball just misses the outside corner, so 1-1 the count. Daha got the hit back in the first inning. Johnson will step off and gather his thoughts. Here with one out, runner at second base, and Radaha at the plate. One pitch from Johnson. Swung on and missed for strike two. Johnson looks in, gets the signal. And that pitch misses just a little bit low for ball two. Johnny Carpenter due up next for the Scots. And Radaha goes down swinging for out number two. The third strikeout on the day for Cody Johnson. So with two out and runner at second base, that'll bring up Carpenter. Carpenter walked in his first plate appearance of the game. And looping breaking ball misses high. Mentioned earlier, Johnson comes in today with 12 strikeouts, so he's up to 15 on the year. Matt Tuggle and Dallas Smithers lead the team with 25 apiece as that ball fouled over toward the Maryville dugout. One pitch misses the outside corner. Johnson comes set. Pitch on the way. Popped up on the left side. Tickle going back and unable to make the over-the-shoulder grab down the line. And that ball drops in foul. Good hustle by Tickle. Try to get to that ball, but unable to do so. And still 2-2 here to Carpenter. Sun kind of peeking out now here at Owen Fulton Field for the first time today since this game has been started. Two-two pitch from Johnson and swung on and missed for strike three. So Johnson gets his fourth strikeout of the game and ends the threat. And we'll go to the bottom of the third inning, still scoreless here on the Averett Sports Network. we're back here for the bottom of the third inning. Adam George will lead things off for the Cougars. Tries to go for the drag bunt and tips it right into the glove of Ezel for strike one. George getting the start today, his 8th start of the year. 13th appearance overall. And the freshman swings and misses at strike two. George batting .200, has 5 hits, including a double. Saw a little bit of action yesterday, came in as a defensive replacement in right field for the Cougars late in the game. 0-2 pitch, and he lays off the high heat. After George, that'll bring up Chip Granderson. And George swings and misses at strike three. So Granderson,
Coming to the plate for the Cougars, shortstop, Chip Granderson.
he'll step in. And looks at a fastball at the knees, but inside for ball one. Granderson, 3 at-bats so far, doesn't have a hit. Fastball across, so 1-1 the count. Granderson came in yesterday as a pinch runner and finished playing third base. The state of the game is he looks at strike two on the outside corner. 1-2 the count to Granderson, and he's going to foul that one off to the right side. Good swing, just a little bit late. Granderson, a freshman out of Mechanicsville, Virginia. And the 1-2 pitch hit right up the middle, blocked by the pitcher, Hefner. Kind of a life flashing before your eyes block there. Good defensive play to not only knock it down and save himself from getting hit right in the chest, but to also be alert enough to go get that ball and get Granderson out at first base. That ball lined right back to Hefner. So with 2 outs, that'll bring up the top of the lineup with Chase McKinney, and he looks at the inside strike. And McKinney plunked right in the back as that ball got away from Hefner. So with 2 outs and 1 aboard, that'll bring up Dallas Smithers. Smithers walked in his first plate appearance of the day.
Coming to the plate for the Cougars, center fielder, Dallas Smithers.
And Smithers looks at the fastball right about the belt for strike one. This ball put out of play to the right side. McKinney at first base, getting a normal lead. Hard to get a huge lead on a left-handed pitcher. McKinney does lead the team with 4 steals, though, and 5 attempts. 0-2 pitch, and little looper down the right field line, but another good play by Carpenter to get over there and make the catch for out number 3. So the Cougars get 1 aboard, but unable to get them around, and we're still tied 0-0 as we go to the 4th inning here on the Averett Sports Network. And we go to the top of the fourth inning here on the Averett Sports Network. Still scoreless here from Owen Fulton Field. I'm Drew Wilson bringing you live coverage of today's game one of today's doubleheader. Alden Wright leading things off for the Scots, and he'll look at ball one in the dirt from Cody Johnson. Pitch from Johnson misses high, so 2-0 the count. Sun hopefully staying out here at Owen Fulton Field for good. Maybe warm things up a little bit. Two-0 pitch misses outside. And Johnson misses the outside corner, so 4 pitches. And it's a 4-pitch walk. And that'll bring up Drew Johnson. That's the third walk issued today by Johnson. Drew Johnson at the plate. Flew out in his first plate appearance, and he looks at strike one. Johnson shows bunt, pulls it back after the pitch is high. Scott's maybe playing a little small ball here. Throw over to first base, not in time. Pitch misses outside. Johnson calls time. Pitch on the way and in there for a strike. 2-2 is the count. Johnson misses low with the fastball. That'll push the count full. Johnson looks in. Runner on first, no outs. Payoff pitch. Ball hit right up the middle and will drop in right in front of Dallas Smithers for the third hit of the day for the Scots. And they have 2 runners aboard for Derek Hurt.
Now batting for the Scots, center fielder Derek Hurt.
Johnson looks in. Pitch on the way and ball bunted but foul. Looked like it hit Hurt while he was still in the box. Umpire right on top of it. Hurt showing bunt again and pulls it back, but the breaking ball hits the outside corner for strike 2. I think Hurt thought that one was going to miss outside, but it curled right back in around the edge of his bat as he pulled it back. So we'll see if the bunt is still on here with 2 strikes. Hurt might have tipped it off there, grabbed the middle of his bat, and looks like he's going to try it again. And pulls it back, but strike 3 called on the breaking ball, and Hurt goes down. 5th strikeout on the day by Cody Johnson. 2nd strikeout by Hurt. So 1 out, 2 aboard for Evan Ezel. Ezel walked his first time up today. And breaking ball in there for strike 1. Johnson really working the breaking ball today, and it is on point for sure. He's caught a couple guys looking. Oh, 1 pitch just missed the outside corner. Trey Wall tried to frame it up nice and neat, but home plate umpire said not quite. So 1-1 the count, and this pitch chopped up the middle. Hunter Ashworth grab it, step on second, throw to first for the double play, and the Cougars dial up the 4-3 double play to end the inning and get out of the jam. Still scoreless as we go to the bottom of the 4th. You're watching Averett Baseball on the Averett Sports Network. And we're back here for the bottom of the 4th inning. Hunter Ashworth will lead off for the Cougars and looks at ball 1. Swung on and missed for strike 1. And that one across for the call and strike. Fastball misses outside. And lunging swing at that one, and Ashworth goes down swinging for the out. So that'll bring up Bradley Tickle.
Coming to the plate for the Cougars, first baseman Bradley Tickle.
First pitch, called strike on the outside corner. Tickle grounded out in his first plate appearance of the day. That one misses, though. This ball chopped right back to the pitcher, Hefner, and he'll run it over to first base to Drew Johnson for out number 2. That'll bring up the DH, Matt Tuggle.
Now batting for Averett, the DH, Matt Tuggle.
Tuggle DHing in this game probably means we'll probably see him on the mound in game 2. The Cougars go to their usual weekend rotation. And the fastball misses outside. One-0 pitch. Fastball at the letters. Misses high. That one hits the zone as make the count 2-1. Fastball inside corner, strike 2. Hefner not wasting time here in between pitches. He's right back set almost as soon as he gets the ball. 2-2 pitch on the way to Tuggle, and ball going to be hit over to the right side, but not hard enough as Henry makes a good play at second base for out number 3. So the Cougars go 1-2-3 here in the bottom of the 4th. We're still scoreless. We'll be back with the 5th inning on the Averett Sports Network. Back here at Owen Field, still scoreless as Patrick Messenger makes his way to the plate to lead off the top of the 5th inning for Maryville. First pitch from Cody Johnson. Fastball misses high. Messenger, Henry, and Hayes do up this frame. As that fastball in there for strike 1. Messenger flew out in his first plate appearance. 2-1 the count to the Maryville shortstop. Johnson misses with a high fastball. Looks like it got away from him a little bit. And 3-1 now the count to the number 9 batter in the Scouts lineup. And this ball hit out into shallow center field and will drop in front of Dallas Smithers for a hit. So the bottom of the lineup producing for the Scots, and they'll go to the top with Henry. He's 1 for 2 today with a single and a flyout.
Comes in late for the Scots. Second baseman, Andrew Henry.
Henry, a righty throwing wise, but bats left-handed. Throw over to first base. Gets away from Tickle. Bad throw by Johnson. Kind of nonchalantly threw it over there, and it was a little wide. So that will be an error on the failed pickoff attempt. That allows Messenger to get down to second base.
One FPO.
That pitch out and misses. One 0 pitch. And Henry drops down the bunt. And he might beat it out, but a good throw by Johnson. So a 1-3 sacrifice bunt for Henry. That'll move the runner over to third here for Logan Hayes.
Now batting for the Scots. Number 4, Logan Hayes.
Hayes drops down the safety squeeze, and they're going to maybe get Messenger in a rundown. Throw to. And they will get him, but the runner will get down to second. So the 1-5-2 put out, and for the batter, Hayes.
Left fielder, Bryce Radeja.
That will be a fielder's choice on Hayes, and he advanced on the play. Doesn't get credit for the sacrifice because he didn't get the job done. But he did get down to second base on the rundown, and with 2 outs, he's in scoring position for one of the hottest hitters in the conference, Bryce Radeja. Fastball misses low and outside. One 0 pitch and inside, but Radeja gets around, but a little too early, and he'll line that one down foul down the first base side. 1-1 count, and that one misses way outside. Good job by Trey Wall to get out there and get the ball in the far batter's box as the sweeping breaking ball swept a little too far out of the zone. Ball hit up into center field. Smithers back, and he makes the catch for out number 3. So Maryville got a run to third, but the Cougars able to get out of the jam unhurt, and it is still 0-0 as we go to the bottom of the 5th inning. Cougars up to bat when we come back here on the Averett Sports Network. And welcome back to the bottom of the 5th inning. Still scoreless here in game 1 of our doubleheader between Maryville College and Averett University. Cougars still searching for their first hit. A.J. Hart hopes it's him as he steps in, and he'll foul that one away back to the backstop for strike 1. Yesterday, the Cougars had trouble at the plate. They were held hitless through 5 2/3 innings, I believe. Then they broke out for 3 runs, albeit in a loss. That pitch misses in the dirt, so 1-1 the count to Hart. And swing and miss. And time called by Hart. Hefner, 3 strikeouts on the day, only 1 walk, 1 hit by pitch. 1-2. Pitch on the way, swung on a miss, and the high fastball will get Hart for out number 1. That'll bring up Trey Wall. Hefner been solid today. I wouldn't say dominating, but he has been pretty solid so far. Induced a lot of ground outs. Kept the Cougars guessing a lot as Wall tries to drop down the surprise bunt and fouls it back for strike 1. Oh, 1 pitch and fastball in there for strike 2. A 0-2 count to Wall. And that pitch misses outside. Adam George due up next for the Cougars. Anderson would follow if the inning stays alive. Little line shot out to the second baseman. Henry catches it on the one hop and throws to first for the 4-3 putout for out number 2. So with 2 outs, that'll bring up Adam George. George 0 for 1 today with a strikeout. And he puts this one into play. Shallow center field, but Hurt able to come in and make the catch for out number 3. So Cougars still in search of that first hit today. But we're still scoreless as we go to the 6th inning. You're watching baseball here on the Averett Sports Network. Welcome back. We go to the top of the 6th inning. Still scoreless here from Owen Fulton Field. I'm Drew Wilson bringing you live coverage of Averett baseball here on the Averett Sports Network. And leading things off for the Scots is number 9, Johnny Carpenter. Facing off against Cody Johnson. Johnson having a solid start so far through 5 innings as first pitch fouled back to the net. Johnson, 5 strikeouts, only 4 hits allowed over 5 innings. Does have 3 walks. And the 0-1 pitch fouled out of play to the right side. "0-2 is the count to Carpenter. Time called. And the 0-2 pitch, breaking ball, broke a little too much and in the dirt. That'll make the count 1-2. Breaking ball, that one low and inside. Good pitch, though, from Johnson. That's one that's really tough to lay off of. Coming from a left-handed batter to a left-handed pitcher to a right-handed batter. Johnson fastball misses high, so full count as Carpenter being very patient at the plate. And the payoff pitch from Johnson fouled out of play to the right side as Carpenter stays alive. They'll do it again. This pitch put into play will be foul, but Cougars unable to get to it. Good hustle by Bradley Tickle at first base. The catcher Trey Wall and even the pitcher Cody Johnson all trying to converge on that ball. And just kind of fell in between them all. So they'll do it again. Still 3-2 the count to Carpenter. And the pitch from Johnson hit out to center field. Smithers going back. He's on his horse, and that's going to drop in on the warning track. It'll be at least a double, and Carpenter gets the stand-up double to lead off the top of the 6th inning for Maryville.
Coming to the plate for the Scots, designated hitter.
The 5th hit of the day for Maryville. First extra base hit allowed by either team. So Carpenter now 1 for 2 with a walk and a double. That'll bring up Alden Wright, the DH. He's going to show bunt. Breaking ball in there for strike 1. Maryville having a lot of trouble on the bunting side of things, as Johnson has thrown breaking balls. Really hasn't fooled. So far, I've seen him pull back on the bunts a couple of times on the breaking pitches, and don't realize that it's breaking right into the strike zone. See if he can do the same magic here, and fastball misses outside, so 1-1 the count to Wright. Right, 0 for 1 with a walk today. And breaking pitch. And once again, causes trouble as Wright fouls that one off to the first base sides. So 1-2 the count. We'll see if the bunt is still on here with 2 strikes. They tried that with Derek Hurt earlier in the game, and he struck out. Trey Wall out to talk things over with Cody Johnson, make sure they're on the same page. One and 2 the count. Johnson looks in. Takes a long time, and time will be called at the plate by Wright. Trying to mess with Cody Johnson's head a little bit, as the pitcher took a little bit too long time for the pitch, and this one lined right back to Tickle at first base for out number 1. Good job by Carpenter not to wander off second base too much, so he gets back without a throw. And with 1 out, that'll bring up Drew Johnson. Johnson 1 for 2. That's one of the 5 hits for Maryville in this game. One out, runner at second base. Pitch from Johnson in the dirt. Good job by Trey Wall to go down and get it. One-0 pitch, misses outside. No action in the Averett bullpen, as Johnson's been pretty stellar so far today. We'll see if he can keep it up here. Worked out of a couple jams so far through the first 5 innings. 2-0 pitch, and the breaking ball hits the outside corner. Two and one the count to Johnson. Johnson to Johnson. Breaking ball misses inside, so 3-1 the count to the Scots first baseman. Derek Hurt due up next. Here with 1 out in the top of the 6th inning. Johnson misses high with that pitch and will be ball 4. And now 2 aboard for Hurt with 1 out. We'll see how the Scots play this one.
Center fielder, Derek Hurt.
They let Hurt hit or maybe take a risk and try to drop down the squeeze, or excuse me, the sacrifice, maybe put both runners in scoring position for Ezel, who's due up next. They are going to let Hurt hit and fouls on back to the backstop for strike 1. Hurt 0 for 2 today with a pair of strikeouts. Wind blowing from right field to left field as the sun is out here at Owen Fulton Field. 0-1 pitch, fastball in the dirt. Johnson looks in. Pitch on the way and breaking ball fouled off of Trey Wall's hand. Senior will shake things off. Umpire giving him a few extra seconds and cleaning off the plate. Make sure Wall can gather himself. Shake that one off. So 1-2 the count here to Hurt. 2 runners aboard. Johnson looks in. Shakes off a signal. Now he gets one he likes. Pitch line, but foul down the third base line. Almost took out Cody Church, the head coach of the Scots, down in the third base coach's box. So 1-2 still the count. And swung on and missed for strike 3. So 3 strikeouts today by Hurt. And not a hat trick you want to have. And for the Scots, that means 2 outs here with 2 runners on for Evan Ezel. Johnson with the pitch. Breaking ball in there for strike 1. Ezel looked a little fooled on that. Pitch on the way and fastball just missed the outside corner. 1-1 the count. This ball hit over to Bradley Tickle. He'll field it and run to first base for the unassisted putout for out number 3. So Cody Johnson pitching a stellar game so far. We'll see if he can get some run support when we go to the bottom of the 6th inning. Still scoreless here from Owen Fulton Field. And we're back here for the bottom of the 6th inning. Chip Granderson will lead things off for the Cougars as they search for not only their first run but first hit of the game. It'll be Granderson then back to the top of the lineup. Granderson lays down the bunt but chops it foul. Oh, 1 pitch, and that one in there for a strike. So 2 quick strikes to Granderson. Got the start at shortstop today.
The person in the 9 spot usually works that. Yeah.
And that one misses outside. And Granderson hits this one out to the shortstop. Messenger with a throw over to first in time for out number 1. That'll bring up Chase McKinney. McKinney reached earlier this game after getting hit in the back.
Chase McKinney now batting.
And now a fastball in there for strike 1. McKinney, the freshman, started every game so far for the Cougars. Mostly at third base. That's where he's been playing. Looks at ball 1 there. Finished yesterday's game as the first baseman after moving over from third. That pitch high, so 2-1 the count. Hefner with the windup and the pitch. And McKinney puts it in play, but it will curve foul out of play over beyond the right side. And swung and missed for strike 3. So with 2 outs, that'll bring up Dallas Smithers. Yesterday, the Cougars were no hit through 5 2/3, and then broke out for that 3-run, 2-out rally. See if they can do it here. Smithers looks at strike one. Smithers and Ashworth and Tickle due up in the lineup. Fastball misses in at the knees. Smithers has to dance out of the way. One pitch from Hefner. And this one's going to be lined into right center field, and the Cougars are on the board with a hit. Their first hit of the day as Dallas Smithers with a single. And maybe that'll get things going for Averett. Hunter Ashworth at the plate.
Second baseman, Hunter Ashworth.
Ashworth went down swinging in his last trip to the plate. So Hefner having a talk with his catcher, Ezel. Maybe they got crossed up on something there. Not sure. Either way, though, the Cougars have their first hit. Smithers, good lead at first base. Got to be cautious with the lefty on the mound. Ashworth takes ball one on the outside corner. Just missed by about an inch. Ball put out into right field. Carpenter a couple steps back and makes the catch for out number 3. So the Cougars get their first hit, but unable to do anything with it. But we're still scoreless. Quite the pitcher's duel here through 6 innings. We'll go to the 7th when we come back here on the Averett Sports Network. And we're back here for the top of the 7th inning. Still scoreless here from Owen Fulton Field as Maryville's Patrick Messenger will lead things off for the Scots. Cody Johnson still on the mound. Pitching terrific game so far. We'll see if he can keep it up here. And Messenger shows bunt, pulls it back, but it will be a called strike. Messenger at the plate, then Henry, then Hayes due up for the Scots in this inning. This ball put into play into center field. Smithers underneath it and makes the catch for the first out. That'll bring up Andrew Henry as the Scots go back to the top of their lineup. Henry 1 for 2.
Second baseman, Andrew Henry.
With a single and a sacrifice. Sweeping breaking ball misses. 1-0 pitch from Johnson, and that one in there, though, for strike one. About the same pitch, just a couple inches inside to where it broke right on the outside corner. Fastball misses inside, so 2-1 the count. Another breaking ball. That one misses as well. So 3-1 the count to Henry. That one misses low. So ball 4. That'll put a runner aboard for Logan Hayes.
Coming to the plate for the Scots, third baseman Logan Hayes. I'm thinking about a twist out. Because next time, this will be the last time I get my hair.
So the pitch swung on and missed for strike one.
I'm not twist out, but I don't know how she does it. If my hair will be wet when she does it,
Radaha due up next. 0-1 pitch, and this one popped up down the right field line. George giving chase, makes a diving catch in fair territory. Great play by Adam George to save a hit and give the Cougars the second out of this inning. But that will bring up Radaha.
now batting left fielder Bryce Radaha.
So Radaha, the lefty, steps in. Throw over to first base. Not a hard throw, so just a purpose toss over there to make sure Henry stays close. Swung on a miss for strike one. Good pitch by Cody Johnson. A 1 count. That hits the outside corner. And Johnson trying to get out of this inning. Oh-2 pitch. Runner on the move. Throw down to second, not in time, and will be a stolen base for Andrew Henry. Time called as Wall will go out and talk with Johnson. Maybe change up their signals with the runner at second base. 1-2 the count to Radaha. First base is open, so Cougars don't have to necessarily come at him right away, but he does have 2 strikes. Breaking ball misses outside, so 2-2 the count. Now Wall will have another chat with Johnson. Ball fouled out of play to the left side. Count stays 2-2. Pitch swung on and missed, and a great pitch by Cody Johnson for the strikeout. His 7th of the day. And he gets one of the hottest hitters in the conference in Radaha. So still scoreless. We'll go to the bottom of the 7th when we come back. You're watching Averett Baseball here on the Averett Sports Network. And we go to the bottom of the 7th inning. Bradley Tickle at the plate. Pitcher's duel here in Game 1 of today's USA South doubleheader. Umpire not ready at home. Had to take care of some business. Here he comes. So they're ready for play. Tickle at the plate, and first pitch in there for strike one. Tickle, little chopper out to the shortstop, and scoots right by Messenger, and that's just what the Cougars needed. So we'll be ruled a single. Ball took a crazy hop off the lip there, it looked like, right past Messenger. Second hit of the day for the Cougars.
Now that is Matt Tuggle.
Tuggle will show bunt. Pitch misses outside low. Tuggle pulled it back. Time is called. As Maryville coach makes it out to the mound to have a little chat. There is one player warming up in the bullpen now for the Scots. Tuggle will walk down and have a few words with Coach Ed Fulton for Averett. After yesterday's loss to Maryville, Coach Fulton talked a little bit to his team about having the right mindset, wanting the ball, and Cody Johnson, the senior pitcher, has done that today for the Cougars. Despite only having 2 hits on the offense. Averett keeping Maryville off the scoreboard. That pitch misses as well, so 2-0 the count to Tuggle. Tuggle showing bunt again. And can't get that one down. Pops it up, but foul and out of reach of any fielders. This certainly has not been the highlight film you want to show of how to bunt today between both teams. Having trouble. Tuggle, though, pops this one up and right back to the catcher. So that'll be out number 1 as Tuggle unable to get the sacrifice down. And we'll have a pitching change. We'll let you know who it is when we come back. Still scoreless here in the bottom of the 7th inning, and 1 out and 1 runner aboard. And we're back here, and the new pitcher for Maryville, Rocky Moriello. The right-hander will face off against A.J. Hart here with 1 out and 1 aboard in the bottom of the 7th inning. Moriello, a sophomore right-hander out of Conyers, Georgia. Throw over to first, not in time. Moriello is sidearm pitcher. And Hart fouls that first pitch away. Sidearm, guys, really hard to pick up if you're not used to seeing it. Just a different arm slot. Sometimes can throw hitters off. 0-1 pitch to Hart and swung and missed for strike 2. Quick throw to first, not in time as Tickle back. Moriello looks in, and Hart whiffs at that one for strike 3. Thought he might have gotten away with the check swing, but he definitely went around for out number 2. And with 2 outs, Trey Wall due up.
Now batting for the Cougars, the catcher, Trey Wall.
Wall takes a fastball for strike 1. This ball hit through the right side. That'll be a single. And Tickle will hold up at second base. So the Cougars trying to get a little 2-out rally going. And that'll bring up Adam George.
Coming to the plate for the Cougars, right fielder, Adam George.
George 5 hits on the year. Held in check so far today, and we got time called again by the Scots. Looks like another pitching change. And we'll take another break here on the Averett Sports Network. And we're back here. New pitcher on the mound for the Scots is the closer, Joe Jones. Coming in and trying to shut down this threat. Adam George at the plate. And first pitch in there for strike 1. Jones got the save yesterday as he finished off the win for Maryville in Game 1 of the series, his 3rd save of the year. Comes in with a little bit of a jam. Runners at second and first here with 2 outs. Time called by George at the plate. It's George, then Granderson. Due up. 0-1 pitch. Little flare out to center field and caught by Hurt. So Cougars have their best success offensively, but unable to score. And we are still scoreless as we go to the 8th inning here in Game 1. 0-0. We go to the top of the 8th inning. Still scoreless here
Maryville.
at Owen Fulton Field.
Johnny Carpenter.
Johnny Carpenter at the plate to lead things off for the Scots. Cody Johnson still on the mound for Averett, trying to continue pitching this gem. Both teams combined for 8 total hits today, but not one has come across the plate. Johnson with the sweeping breaking ball in there for strike 1. Fastball misses high. That pitch low and outside gets away from Wall, but it was a ball either way. Pitch misses outside, so 3-1 to count to Carpenter. Three-one pitch, fouled out of play. Payoff pitch, fouled out of play again. Payoff pitch from Johnson and popped up out of play again. And that pitch misses outside. And will be a leadoff walk for Carpenter.
Coming to the plate for the Scots, designated hitter, Alden Wright.
And it looks like we'll have a pinch hitter. Hayden Hollinsworth will grab a bat.
Pinch hitting for the Scots, Hayden Hollinsworth.
So Hollinsworth steps in for his first appearance of this series. Freshman utility player out of Nashville. He will try to bunt, but pulls it back as the pitch is high. So Hollinsworth, probably a good bunter. That's why they put him in this position. Trying to move the runner over, get him in scoring position. That pitch in the dirt. Averett helping him out, though. 2-0 the count. May not need to. Jordan Quinn, the pitching coach for the Cougars, out to have a little chat with Johnson. My guess is probably saying, hey, if they're going to give us the free out, let's try to take it. So as opposed to walking Hollinsworth and putting 2 aboard and nobody out. You never want just let the runner move over, but sometimes you just got to take that out. Let the rest of the inning sort itself. Do see some action going on in the Averett bullpen for the first time today. Looks like Dylan Roberts has picked up a glove and started throwing. And another pitch low and inside, so 3-0 the count to Hollinsworth. This is not what you want if you're the Cougars. That one across for strike one. Hollinsworth showing bunt again. And that one fouled away, so Johnson battles back. Full count. So important pitch here for both teams, especially for the Cougars. Johnson looks in. Runner on the move. Ball popped out down the right field line, foul. Tickle giving chase and off the top of the fence. That's precision hitting right there. Literally bounced right on top of the fence pole. So they will do things again here. 3-2 the count. I'll let George make his way back into right field after trying to run that one down. Drew Johnson due up next for the Scots. Hollinsworth at the plate and looks at ball four. Missed inside.
Now batting for Scott's first baseman, Drew Johnson.
Not sure what the umpire is doing. Maybe there was a warning given. I'm not sure. Cody Johnson might have said something wanting that strike, but did not get it. So 2 runners aboard here for Drew Johnson. Nobody out. Looks like we have a pinch hitter on deck. And foul on the bunt attempt as Drew Johnson tried to lay one down, move the runners into scoring position. Kurt Bennett has a bat and is on deck. Derek Hurt would be scheduled to bat next. Hurt has 3 strikeouts on the day, so not surprising of a change there if that's the direction they wanted to go. 0-1 count. We'll see if Johnson tries to lay down the bunt, and he is squaring up. And that one fouled away as bunting still continues to be an issue here. Oh, 2 the count to Drew Johnson. See if he swings away. And ball popped up. Hunter Ashworth ranges over to the shortstop side of second base to make the catch for out number 1. So will be 28 Kurt Bennett that will pinch in for Derek Hurt. So Hurt's day is done.
Pinch hitting for the Scots, Kurt Bennett.
So Bennett sees his first action of the series in this crucial at bat. And that ball misses low. Check down to the umpire in the field. He says Bennett did not go around. Bennett, a sophomore, still hitless on the season. Want to know the count. Breaking ball misses just a little bit high. 2-0 the count. Cougars in dangerous territory. Pitch misses low and inside. 3-0 the count. And Johnson gets the called strike as Bennett squared around for a little bunt practice, but he pulled it back. And this ball popped up and out of play, so Johnson trying to fight back. 3-2 is the count. Maryville in the maroon and orange. Runner on the move, and will be a walk. And the bases are loaded for the Scots. The bleachers going nuts here at Owen Fulton Field. So Evan Ezel at the plate.
Now batting for the Scots, catcher Evan Ezel.
We will see a time called here by Trey Wall. We'll have a pinch runner at first base. Number 3, Sam Jokerst.
Pinch running for the Scots, number 3, Sam Jokerst.
Get a little bit of speed. Jokerst an outfielder. My guess would probably take over in center field. Bases loaded, 1 out. Infield corners slightly in. And will be a suicide squeeze. We'll get 1 run in. Another run will score on the bunt single. Will be an error, though, on Cody Johnson that allowed the second run to score. And runners at second and third now, still 1 out. But Maryville leads 2-0 here in the top of the 8th inning. Great call by the Scots to lay down the bunt. And as many bad bunts as we've seen so far today, that was a good one. Cody Johnson really had no play on it. Just trying to do something to try to keep that run from scoring. And unfortunately for him, that off-balance throw got away, rolled all the way over to the Averett dugout and allowed the second run to score. And that will be it for Cody Johnson today. Pitched a heck of a game. Unfortunately, right now it's standing as a loss unless the Cougars can do something different. Johnson, final numbers so far, 7 1/3 innings, 5 hits. 6 hits. 7 strikeouts. Did give up 8 walks, though. And that came back to hurt him, especially in this inning. Dylan Roberts will come in relief. Roberts, sophomore, 1-1 on the season. This is his 7th appearance. Pitched 15 1/3 innings, 7 strikeouts. Does have a 5.87 ERA. So while he warms up, we'll take a quick break. We'll be back here on the Averett Sports Network. Yeah. And we're back here on the Averett Sports Network. Maryville has just taken a 2-0 lead here in the top of the 8th inning, thanks to a little bases loaded safety squeeze bunt that allowed a second run to score on the error on the throw home. So runners on second and third for the Scots here with 1 out still, and Patrick Messenger at the plate. Pitch, and another bunt shown, and that one a true squeeze, suicide squeeze. And just like that, it makes it 3-0, although we'll get the sacrifice bunt out at first. Runner was coming all the way for better or worse, and Messenger able to get it down and save him. You don't see too many true suicide squeezes these days, but worked out for the Scots there, and it also moves the runner over to third with 2 outs. Top of the lineup up, Andrew Henry now at the plate. Breaking ball just missed. That run will be credited to Johnson, as it was his runner.
So does that mean that I make it unearned? Because would it go against?
Pitch in there for a strike, so 2-1 the count. This ball hit up the middle, and will be a single and score another run. So now 4-0 Maryville as the floodgates have opened. So runner on first for Logan Hayes as the wheels have come off this top half of the 8th inning for the Cougars. Ball popped up out of play into the bleachers for strike 1. Throw over to first base. Runner on the move. This one hit into left field and goes under the legs of A.J. Hart, so that should be an error on him. Will be a single still, but the error allows the runners to advance a bag each, and now runners on second and third for Bryce Verdaha. Hart just maybe took his eye off the ball a little bit and it rolled right underneath his glove. Good heads-up base running by the Scots. So Verdaha steps up. Struck out in his last plate appearance in a crucial at-bat. He pops this one up, though, on the first pitch he sees from Roberts. Could be trouble, though. Granderson out in the outfield, but makes the catch for out number 3, but not before the Scots break the scoreless tie. It's 4-0 as we go to the bottom of the 8th inning here on the Averett Sports Network. And we're back here for the bottom of the 8th inning. Chip Granderson will lead things off for the Cougars. And swing and a miss for strike 1. Joe Jones on the mound still for the Scots. That pitch in the dirt for ball 1. Maryville leads 4-0 here after scoring 4 runs in the top half of this inning. Granderson fouls this one out of play. Actually, that'll hook back in, and a good play. Actually, did not catch it. I thought Drew Johnson held on to it, but unable to get it over there by the tarp. Good effort, though, by the first baseman. But just a long strike, so 1-2 the count to Granderson. Jones shakes off a pitch. Now he finds one he likes, and they're going to say Granderson held up his swing. Ball was in the dirt, but he did not offer at it. Had a little check swing, but did not go around. So 2-2. Jones in line for the win. Should things hold up after coming in relief last inning. And Granderson strikes out swinging for out number 1. That'll bring up the top of the lineup. Chase McKinney.
Third baseman, Chase McKinney.
Kenny at the plate. Looking to get things going for the Cougars. That fastball misses low and away. One pitch misses as well, so 2-0. Jones comes back with a fastball in the inside corner for strike one. Three and one to count, as that one missed the zone. And it will be a walk issued to Chase McKinney. That'll bring up Dallas Smithers.
Now batting for the Cougars, center fielder, Dallas Smithers.
Smithers looks at strike one right down the middle. Game two coming up shortly after the completion after this one. Take about a 30-minute break. Let the umpires change. Teams get a little bit of a refreshment. This ball hit out to the shortstop. Messenger with the 6-4-3 double play to end things for the Cougars here in the bottom of the eighth inning. We'll go to the top of the ninth. Maryville leads 4-0 here on the Averett Sports Network.
The following is a production
And we're back
of the
here for
Averett
the
Sports
top
Network.
of the ninth inning. Johnny Carpenter due up. As it's turned into a beautiful day here. You can see the tulips and the sunflowers growing out
The
on the
following
hill
is
out
a
in left
production
field.
of the Averett Sports Network.
As spring has sort of blossomed, but took a little bit of a detour with a couple cold days lately.
The following is a
This
production
morning
of the
started off
Averett
a cold
Sports
morning.
Network.
Kind of a gray sky, almost a little bit of a shade of indigo. Now it's bright blue.
The following is a
As we
production
get
of
to
the Averett Sports
end
Network.
of here, game one. Carpenter looks at ball two.
The following is a production of the Averett Sports Network.
And swung on a miss for strike one.
The following is a production of the Averett Sports
Ball
Network.
chopped out to shortstop. Granderson with a long throw to first. And a great play by the freshman for the first out here in the top of the ninth inning.
The following is a production of the Averett Sports Network.
And we have a pinch hitter, Caleb Adams. Adams
The
got in
following is
yesterday as a
production
pinch
of the
runner and
Averett
then stayed
Sports
in.
Network.
And got at least one at bat, I remember, in game one yesterday. Ball hit out to shallow left
The
field. That'll
following is a
drop in right in
production
front of
the
A.J.
Averett
Hart.
Sports Network.
Hart has a little trouble with it, but corrals it. And it will be a single for Adams. Another pinch hitter.
The following
Joey
is a production
Tomlinson
of the
has a
Averett
bad
Sports
now.
Network.
Tomlinson also got in yesterday.
The following is a production of the Averett Sports Network.
Time called.
The following is a production of the Averett Sports Network.
Breaking ball in there for strike one.
The following is a production of the Averett Sports Network. The following
Ball
is a
hit out
production
to
of the Averett
left
Sports
field.
Network.
Hart on the run and unable to get there in time. It will drop in for another single, and that's hit number 10 today for the Scots. And that'll
The
bring up
following is a
the
production
new
of the
center
Averett
fielder,
Sports Network.
Sam Jokers, who came in as a pinch runner last inning.
The following is a production of the Averett Sports Network.
Jokers looking for his first hit of the season.
The
Pitch on the
following
way,
is a
breaking ball
production
in there
of
for
the
strike
Averett
one.
Sports Network. The following is a production of the Averett Sports Network.
0-1 pitch chopped over to third base. McKinney fields it, throws to second for out number one. The throw to first base not in time to complete the double play.
The following is a
But it does
production
get the
of
runner
the
at
Averett
second.
Sports Network.
And with 2 outs and runners on the corners, that'll bring up Patrick Messenger. Or excuse me, Evan Ezel.
The following
Ezel
is a production of the Averett Sports Network.
Broke the scoreless tie back last inning with the safety squeeze with the bases loaded. A perfect bunt
The following is
Caught
a
the Cougars
production
off
of
guard.
the Averett Sports Network.
and allowed 2 runs to score on the air on the throw home. A little toss was wide. That's how it broke this game open. Roberts, breaking ball, throw down
Following
to
is a
second
production
base.
of the Averett Sports Network.
Not in time, and another run will score as Adams comes home on the throw. So the double steal works for the Scots, and they lead 5-0.
The following is a production of the Averett Sports Network.
That pitch was a ball, so want to know the count to
The
Ezel.
following is a production of the Averett Sports Network.
Strike one called on the fastball.
The following is a production of the Averett Sports Network.
The ball in the dirt.
The following is a production of the Averett Sports Network. The following is a production of the Averett Sports Network.
That ball laced into right field will drop in front of George. And they will hold the runner at third base. So another single this inning for the Scots.
The following is a production of the Averett Sports Network.
No action in the Averett bullpen, so this one will be Dylan Roberts to finish up regardless.
The following is a production
Messenger
of
at
the
the
Averett
plate.
Sports Network.
Runners on the corners. We'll see if maybe the Scots elect to go for the same play they used earlier this inning.
The following is a production
double
of
steal.
the Averett Sports Network.
They don't right away as that pitch misses high for ball one.
The following is a production of the Averett Sports Network.
This one laced right up the
following
middle.
is a production of the
Diving
Averett
attempt
Sports
by Hunter
Network.
Ashworth, who was playing up the middle. Just couldn't quite reach it. And it will be an RBI single. Makes it 6-0.
The following is a production of the Averett Sports Network.
And the top of the lineup now at the plate, Andrew Henry.
Now back.
Will step in with 2 outs
The following
and
is
2
a
runners
production
aboard.
of the Averett Sports Network.
Fastball misses high, and time called by Trey Wall. He'll go out and
The
have
following is
a
a
word
production
with
of the
Dylan
Averett Sports
Roberts.
Network.
Scott, so far 6 runs on 12 hits. And they're taking advantage of 3 Averett errors and
The following is a production of the Averett Sports
a number
Network.
of walks as well. 8 walks today for the Scots. 1-0 pitch. Breaking ball hits the
The
outside
following is a
corner.
production of the Averett Sports Network. The following is a production of the Averett Sports Network.
1-1 pitch in the dirt.
The following is a production of the Averett Sports Network.
Two on the count. And that
The
one
following
hits
is
the
a
zone as
production
well.
of the
So
Averett
2 and
Sports
2
Network.
here to Henry.
The following is a production of the Averett Sports Network.
A little chopper right back to Roberts along the first base line. He'll underhand it over to Tickle for out number 3, but not before 2 more
The following
runs come
is a
across
production
for
of
the Scots.
Averett Sports
And
Network.
Maryville leads 6-0 as we go to the bottom of the 9th inning. Cougars' last opportunity when we come back here on the Averett Sports Network.
The following is a production of the Averett Sports Network.
And we're back here for the bottom of the 9th inning. It will be Joe Jones's game to finish up here for the Scots on the mound. Got some good oldies tunes coming on here on the speakers as we're in between innings. Give a shout out to the DJ. I'd like to hear a little Footloose or some Janet Jackson, or maybe some Temptations music group myself. Maybe we can work that in next game. But we still have to finish up this one, and the Cougars looking to try to get in some runs here and maybe try to pull this one out. They trail 6-0 here in the bottom of the 9th inning. Hunter Ashworth will lead things off for the Cougars. Ashworth looks at strike 1. Little chopper right back to Jones. He reaches up, grabs it, throws over to first base in time for the first out. That'll bring up Bradley Tickle.
Alright. Fruit Loops and Daddy-O. Huh. Now batting, first baseman, Bradley Tickle.
That pitch misses outside. Jones misses outside again. 2-0 the count to Tickle. Matt Tuggle due up next. That one finds his own for strike one. And another strike. Ball fouled out of play. Two and two the count. That pitch misses high, so full count now to Tickle. And that'll be a walk issued. That'll bring up Matt Tuggle.
Now batting for the Cougars, Matt Tuggle.
Although 6-0 now, this game was quite the pitcher's duel through the first 7 innings. Lots of Fruit Loops up there on the scoreboard.
Good job.
As that one in there for a strike. And a little chopper out to second. This one might end it. Play over at first and at second, and 4-6-3 double play will put an end as Maryville takes this first game 6-0 here in game 2 of this series. So Maryville assured a win in the series after they've taken the first 2 games. The Cougars will try to avoid the sweep in game 2, which will begin in approximately about 30 minutes after a little bit of a break. I'd like to thank everybody for joining us here on the Averett Sports Network. Certainly like to thank our Team Averett sponsors who have made everything possible. Places like Buffalo Wild Wings, Chick-fil-A, Enterprise Rent-A-Car, Piedmont Printing and Graphics, Wilkins & Company Realtors, Golden Leaf Bistro, Danville Regional Medical Center, SDR Construction, Spectrum Medical, Robert Woodall, VIR, Walmart, FMS, the Danville Mall. Also, Trophy and Science Center, Coca-Cola, Davenport Energy, Piedmont Glass, Kickback Jacks, Home Depot, Domino's, Courtyard Marriott, American National Bank, Holiday Inn Express, Lowe's, Big Sky Rents and Events, Planet Fitness, Virginia Bank and Trust, Daily 7, BB&T, Kenya and Associates, and the Averett Bookstore, Sherman-Williams, Home Trust Bank. So thank you to all of them for their support of Averett Athletics. And that'll wrap things up here for Game 1 of today's doubleheader. We're going to sign off on this game, and you'll have to click on the different link for Game 2 if you want to catch that one. So we hope to have you on board for Game 2 from Owen Fulton Field. But for this one, Maryville has won 6-0 here in Game 1. We'll catch you in about 30 minutes on the Averett Sports Network.
This has been a production of the Averett Sports Network.